Did you see Aaron Rodgers with Pat McAfee?
I saw part of it. Did not see the entire thing. I did see part of it.
He's
He's special.
Else. He believes, and I'm paraphrasing, I apologize, that the balloons we keep shooting down may have something to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And the fact that a list is going to come out soon, a client list is going to come out, and that maybe we're trying to distract everybody.
He's not the only. He stole that. He stole that idea.
Who's got you? Had it first?
No, I did not have it. Someone else of note had that idea yesterday.
Joe Rogan?
It was not Rogan, but Aaron Rodgers lifted that idea, or he's acknowledging someone else had the idea and he believes it. But that is not a unique idea. There's two conspiracy theories out there.
And there's one conspiracy theory that's true, but go ahead.
Okay, the one conspiracy theory is that very powerful men that are afraid of this list that's apparently being made public, which they've acknowledged has at least one public person on it, can't speak to anyone else. They are trying to distract the American public and the news organizations from the release of that. Like that works.
Yeah, it won't work.
It don't work.
Spoiler alert.
You can release it at 5 o'clock on a Friday. We'll wait till Monday to read it.
Yes.
The second conspiracy theory.
Is this the one I subscribe to?
I'm not sure. I'll give it to you. You tell me if you have a third one.
Yeah.
But the second one is that the balloons or whatever they are that are being shot down coincides with the amount of dead whales we've been finding on beaches recently, and they are connected via an underwater extraterrestrial that we're unaware of.
I'm buying that one, yeah. I don't know if it's underwater. I'm not sure if the whales are involved, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's just walk me through this.
Go.
The United States military realizes, it's extraterrestrial. Holy crap.
Right. We've got actual aliens.
We know it. We can't describe this. This is amazing. It's from another planet. You think they're going to tell us? You think they're going to announce that? Or would they try to calm our nerves by saying, it's the Chinese. It's the Russians. So they may be spying on us. But if it really was.
What do we have that they're spying on, by the way?
Our weapons.
So they're trying to figure out where they are?
Well, the Chinese balloon that was over Montana was over a nuclear site.
Okay.
So.
Not by mistake.
But all believable. Right. Like, okay, but you know what doesn't scare people enough? Like, we're being spied on. Great.
By the way, nobody didn't go about their business today.
Now, everyone's fine.
Right.
But let's say this administration came out and said, hey, you got us. There's aliens. And we don't know what they can do. They could blow us up in a second. Sorry.
Right.
What do you think would happen?
Nothing.
We panic.
No.
Yes.
If
we were told.
In what manner would we panic?
I don't know. But if we were told there's intelligent life out there, we're shooting it down, but we really have no idea what's happening.
A few things with that.
People would freak out, Craig.
If those things were intelligent life and extraterrestrials, we wouldn't be able to shoot them down as easily as we are.
Can I count that?
Because from everything I learned, they have self-creating gravity, which can bend time and the waves around it. They would have an impenetrable force to stop us from shooting it down as readily as we apparently have.
Let me ask you a question. We send cameras to Mars, right? But we can't go to Mars.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of this conversation.
You actually think we landed a drone
yes.
on Mars and it's sending us pictures back, but T-Mobile was out the entire day yesterday? But go ahead.
Touché, sir. For the sake of this, let's just imagine we live in a world in which we can send these cameras to Mars, but we can't go to Mars. Maybe that's the intelligent life we're dealing with. They can't come here, but they can send stuff here to kind of see what's going on. I don't know.
I'm assuming
Am I crazy, Craig?
Probably from a planet we're unaware of.
Maybe.
From a galaxy we may be aware of, but we're unaware of.
I didn't say we were aware of it.
But I don't think we're just shooting them down willy-nilly like that. And they're not retaliating?
They can't retaliate. If someone shot down our cameras in Mars, how the hell would we retaliate?
But if you believe that they have this ability to travel from crazy far away
wait a second, let's use
places, they probably have weapons.
Let's use our world that we live in.
Yeah.
Again, we're sending stuff to Mars, but we can't go there
So you think
yet.
they've merely sent cameras here?
That's a theory.
And we couldn't defend those cameras because they're cameras.
I'm just asking. If there was underground creatures in Mars who saw us sending cameras and said, no, enough of that, we're going to blow that up.
Yeah, well, that hasn't happened.
Let's say they did that. What would we do about it?
Nothing.
What you going to do about it? As Clint Capella would say, we do nothing.
I guess we'd go on Twitter and complain about it.
Exactly. We'd say we spent millions of dollars.
You Martians. You guys blew up our Mars drone. Shame on you. You suck.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Well said.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't wait till Aaron Rodgers is in New York so we can hear more about his
Tell you what,
theories.
though, it seems like all of a sudden we went from no balloons to 1 balloon to 10.
Hey, what's up with that?
Right, it was a pretty quick leap to 10. And I'm seeing more videos now with actual Navy pilots who I guess these interviews are now just being released, talking about seeing stuff every day.
And what about the signals that are being sent from space to Earth 4,000 light years away every 18 minutes? How about that?
It's every 18 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And they believe that's a result of maybe an exploding like black hole or something along those
Every
lines.
18 minutes and 8 seconds for the last, how many years?
Maybe they're trying to reach out to find people.
So what do you believe then? You believe in the whales dying because of an underwater alien? Are you going with that one?
How many whales have died?
I think our conspiracies are more likely than the let's distract people from the Epstein client.
This has
theory.
nothing to do with Epstein.
No.
And the world we live in now, and you're not distracting anybody. We can process multiple things at once, and we will.
Craig, before we're dead, before I'm dead, because you may go earlier.
I'm getting close, you're right.
We're confirming intelligent life outside of
We have already confirmed it.
Have we?
Yes.
You've confirmed
You never
it?
saw, was it Bob Salter? Not Bob Salter. He works here.
Yes, it was Bob Salter. Right here, Sunday morning.
Yes.
What's the guy's
He alerted
name?
us all.
What's the guy's name? What's the guy?
Rick Wolf?
They're,
What do we know?
they're making a movie about the guy. Oh, now I gotta look it up. Hold on. I thought it was Bob Salter. All right, it's not Bob Salter. Bob Salter does a public service show here on. I don't know.
He doesn't anymore. Actually.
Bob Ross?
Not Bob Ross.
No,
He's
he
the
was the
artist. He
painter. He was
died.
Painter, yeah.
Hold
No,
on.
but
a
I just watched the trailer with Owen Wilson. That's why I said it.
Were they making a movie about him?
I don't think it's supposed to be him exactly, but it's
It's
an
loosely
artist
based
painter who
on-
does
They're
landscaping with
making
a
a
big
movie about Michael
hair.
Jordan and Nike making
Yeah.
their shoes.
Yeah.
I think
And
that's
I
going
don't
to be
think
amazing.
Jordan's
I think
in
it
the
looks
movie,
good.
right? Or
No,
someone
Jordan's
playing
not in the
him.
movie, no.
First off, that movie is more about Sonny Vaccaro.
Yeah.
There's not a single Nike exec that's involved in that movie, so it's one man's version of events that makes Sonny Vaccaro look like a genius.
So it's not going to be accurate?
It's going to be Sonny Vaccaro's version. Well, there'll be some accuracy there, I suppose. That's one, so let me just put that little ditty
Will
aside.
you watch it, though? Is it a sneaker?
100% I'll watch it.
Okay, that's all I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, 100% I'll watch it because I'm a sneakerhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
I think I'm going to watch it, too.
100% I'm gonna
I saw
watch
the trailer the other day, and I was
It
like,
looked
okay.
very good.
Yeah, look good.
Yeah,
Not bad.
Jordan's mom and dad are in. I'm not sure if someone plays Jordan in it.
Yeah.
I looked like
You
that's
never,
not the case.
In the trailer, you never see Michael Jordan.
You see his mom and dad.
His mom, yeah. You don't see
yeah,
him.
Affleck plays Phil Knight.
I look like Viola Davis is his mother.
He's his mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a good
All right, so
cast.
there's a guy that worked. Hold on a second. This is gonna bother.
Yeah, try
me.
to explain him a little bit.
Hold on.
Other than saying Bob Salter.
The guy, Bob Vila?
No,
Ooh, this old house.
Bob Vila. Bob Lazar. Pardon me. That's pretty close, is it not?
You had Bob.
I had
So
the
you were
Bob right.
halfway home.
Dude, they're making a movie about the guy.
Samson.
So Bob Lazar is a physicist. Okay, you're funny. Who worked on one of the downed spacecrafts and tried to reverse engineer it. And you can watch a million interviews with him. The most recent was probably on Rogan. He has never been debunked. No one denies what he's saying is 100% factual. And he talks about his experience working on one of the ships. And it's fascinating.
Yeah, but it doesn't confirm with everybody.
Confirms extraterrestrial
No,
life.
but hear me out.
Yeah.
When I mean we'll confirm it before I'm dead, is it'll be accepted. It's not accepted.
Except that, like, we have a downed one and dead Martians?
I'm saying,
or
so that
like we
no,
actually
here's
meet
what I'm
living
saying.
ones.
So that the White House press secretary doesn't laugh and guffaw at the idea of, is it an extraterrestrial UFO like it's a comedy show? When
Right.
that day occurs,
Yeah.
and it's like confirmed and it's not joked
Okay,
upon.
let me ask you a question.
Because I didn't find it funny,
me ask
but
you a
I guess
question.
it was hilarious.
Would you have to have a live sighting where the thing lands and Martians come out and communicate with us? Or would you accept that they open up Area 51, assuming that's where it is?
Yes.
And they produce a crashed UFO
Yeah.
and maybe even dead bodies
Yes.
that are not human?
I think that would confirm it. That would convince.
Even though Hollywood could make that tomorrow.
it doesn't look. There's always going to be some who say it's not real. Like there are
Like
people
landing on the moon.
Like landing on the moon. Right. Here we are all these years
It was
later.
done on a sound stage in London.
So I'm not saying you're going to convince everybody, but when it's widely accepted and we know a little bit more about it, that's what I mean. And we're not there yet. And I think we will be there before I'm dead.
Do you think there's actually people alive today that don't think UFOs exist?
Yes.
They're crazy.
Well, first of all, UFOs is what, though? Because any object that's unidentified is unidentified.
I'm talking about extraterrestrial
Yes.
life in a flying machine.
I think the majority of Americans don't think it exists.
Oh, I disagree. I think
Again,
the
I'll
majority do.
I'll ask you this. Why was the White House press secretary laughing at the idea of the question?
Is it possible she's an idiot?
Well, sure. I'm not saying she is, but she was. And by the way, not just her. The White House press corps was laughing too. Like it was asinine to bring up. Now, why?
She wasn't asked whether or not UFOs exist. She was talking about the balloons specifically.
Yeah, but she laughed. Why is that funny?
They did.
Yeah, well.
No, when you
I agree.
laugh,
I'm
you're
not saying it was.
implying
I'm just saying
it's-
we're slightly off topic where you're making it sound like the idea that anything ever was laughed at, specifically to
They
these
asked her
things.
about the balloons. Okay. fair enough.
I'm sorry, I disagree. It's semantics, but the laughing just shows that it's still kind of a
Like they're mocking you for asking.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
What I'm fascinated by is there how many living ex-presidents? Trump, Clinton, Carter,
Obama.
Bush, Obama. 5, right? Mm-hmm. 5 living ex-presidents. You would think that presidents are briefed on whether or not on the existence of Martians and Area 51, or would they not be briefed on that?
I think they would be.
Because, and I'm saying that there's one particular ex-president who has no problem saying a lot of things.
That's a good point.
Like, wouldn't that guy have come out and said, all right, the American people need to know, I've been there, I've seen it, it exists, it's real.
Let me make something clear. I'm not convinced there's some kind of knowing cover-up. I think what I'm more convinced upon is that they don't have answers. So when
Okay.
you don't have answers, you try to explain it with something
Do you
else.
think we have a ship?
No, I don't think we have undeniable proof. I'm skeptical
So
of
you
that.
think Bob Lazar is lying?
I don't. It's tough to
I know
say
you know-
that, man.
you
I got to
know who he
watch
is.
more about him. I guess what I fully.
So driving home tonight, all due respect to these guys who may be on.
No, I'm going to listen.
Go listen to
What's his name? Bob Lazar?
Bob Lazar.
No,
famous.
I'm
like he's
open-minded to it.
Yeah.
I think it's more when you don't have answers. When you don't have an answer, you try to explain it a different way. We may not have answers about the balloons we shot down. So instead of just saying we don't know, you eventually come, well, it's this.
Right. Plus, let's be honest. They're probably going to lie to us about what they found anyway.
Right.
Right?
There's a trust issue here.
I know they're saying there was some surveillance equipment on the first balloon or something, but they're not going to tell us what they
And
found.
I'm convinced that it
What if they found a
scares...
family of pygmies on that with high-powered cameras?
Right.
Right? You're not going to tell us?
If they were
like
more
9
likely,
little pygmy bodies wash up on the shore.
they're more likely to tell us it's a spy balloon than, yeah, you know what? We found something we can't explain.
No, but they have told us that. They didn't tell us that with the balloons, but they've come out and acknowledged they've put pilots on, 60 Minutes and talked about openly seeing things.
Yes, they do
and
now.
Being
in the
unable
last couple
yeah.
of years.
So
Look,
they're
Navy
not willing
pilots
to.
are now allowed to openly talk about.
Yeah.
We've seen things we can't
But
explain.
it's not widely accepted
Well,
yet.
fair enough.
But,
There's a lot of
but the
skeptics.
That's
American,
the difference.
the American government has acknowledged
No,
there
I
are
know
things in the
they-
sky. We've seen them. We can't explain
No,
them.
they released that, I guess it was about a year and a half
Yeah.
ago, where they had that open commission about it.
They claim to, right?
But it's still
You know
not
the
an
one,
accepted
the one
thing.
I'm fascinated about. They talk. Some of these pilots talk about those flying, whatever they are, going underwater,
That's crazy.
and that to me is badass.
So that's your theory, though, that the whales are dying.
Well, the whales
in
are dead.
relation
I don't know.
to the air, to the balloons.
Seems like there's a lot of whales dying, though. No, every time you turn on the news, there's a dead whale. you got to ask the question:
Yeah, why are they dying?
balloons, whales, extraterrestrials, sounds coming from outer space. We're allegedly on Mars.
It is official. Speaking of aliens,
I have read it.
Oh, go ahead.
I
didn't know, man.
It is
Wait,
official.
wait. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How are you going to transition from speaking of aliens
Yeah,
into
but go
this
ahead.
news? I'm very curious how you're
Speaking
going
of
to do that.
speaking of aliens,
Speaking of
Evan,
aliens,
Speaking of aliens, there are many people who think it's likelier we discover an alien than the New York Jets winning a Super Bowl. And the only way to win a Super Bowl is by finding a quarterback. With that said,
yes, it is now official.
You like that one?
The Las Vegas Raiders have released Derek Carr. He's an unrestricted free agent who can now sign with anybody he wants, whenever he wants. No compensation. Has to go the other way.
so the Raiders decided not to play a game of chicken. They decided let's not guarantee his money, hold on to him, and then just try to trade him and have him rescind on not using his no trade.
Right.
They've said, screw it, we're moving on, let's release him.
Derek Carr is now available. The Panthers, of course, will have interest with Frank Reich. The Saints have apparently already had interest because they were willing to make a trade for him. And you do have to believe the New York Jets have interest as well. So to me, those are the three most likely destinations.
It also makes sense right now for Carr to wait. You know, we talked about waiting on Aaron Rodgers at the risk of losing Derek Carr, and that's a real thing, and it's still a possibility. But I'm using logic here that if you're Derek Carr and you're his agent, there's no reason to rush. There isn't.
Well, you're going to get paid regardless.
You're going to get paid regardless, and wouldn't you rather have extra suitors?
Well,
the New York Jets are a team that would be a suitor if they fail on Rodgers.
You wait unless you have a preferred destination.
If it doesn't matter to you, fine.
If you have a preferred destination, you go get the deal done and end it. If you don't care if you're playing in Carolina, New Orleans, or New Jersey, then take your time. Right?
Well, even if you do have
because
a preferred...
once Aaron Rodgers decides where he's going, you become more in demand.
Sure.
Because one of those teams, I mean, obviously the Raiders might get him, but all of a sudden,
it's only
those
one team.
Teams start to scramble.
Here's the thing, though. Right now, it's only one team because the only accepted Aaron Rodgers rumors are staying in Green Bay, the Raiders, and the Jets. Obviously, the Raiders have just moved on from Derek Carr, and with the Packers, the assumption would be they're giving Jordan Love a chance. Not going to look for a veteran quarterback.
Right.
So really, waiting on Rodgers just means waiting on the Jets. That's the only team that would be impacted on the Derek Carr sweepstakes.
And also, they're telling me another breaking... Go ahead. Sorry. Yep. Another breaking news story. Confirmed, Jalen Brunson dropped 40 last night. The Knicks blew the Nets out.